let's jump into some customer stories. So if you wouldn't mind, Sandra, if you want to come off mute, I'll kind of set the scene here, and then I'll maybe ask you a couple of questions. So I'm just going to go ahead and read. So Sandra and Kevin's store, they are pretty high up in the desert, pretty far away from refrigeration vendors. So you'd mentioned that it's difficult to get repairs, and that, without really having insight into that problem, it would take quite a bit of time for technicians to fix. Maybe they would have to come back and do repeat visits. Can you maybe talk a little bit about what it's like to try to get repairs there?
Trying to get anything out here, but it takes quite a bit of time. And when they do come, they have no clue, and they'll have to come, they'll fix it, and then the alarm keeps going off. For months, a good, 3-4 months, our alarm kept going off saying there was a leak. So of course we'd call right away, and they send someone out and they fixed it. As soon as they leave, the alarm keep going off. And the last time that we printed out the anomaly report and handed it to the guy, then he finally figured out that all the sensors were messed up and there wasn't a leak, thank God. But yeah, it took many months for them to figure it out, and it wasn't until we gave them that report that they were able to figure out it wasn't actually a leak.
Hi guys, I'm
Kevin.
One thing that we're finding out from Cool Systems that comes out and works on your system is you're not ever going to get that top technician. They have technicians that are rated from 1 to 3, and a lot of times you get that number 1 technician, which is usually the technician that does your PM work. They're not the ones that actually diagnose the system. So when we had the issue and they came out, which was a trip cost that we had to charge them, they charged us to come out, and we gave him the paperwork. He's like, well, I have no clue what this is. I'm gonna have to get another technician out there. So then another technician has to come out, which you have to be charged another trip cost for them to come out, and the pricing just gets absolutely crazy on it. So when you're doing the service and you call, you're gonna have to ask for a higher end technician. Otherwise, you might get somebody, whoever is available, which is usually a P1 or a P2 that comes out.
Plus also, we can email them the report ahead of time. That way they may send the proper technician versus going through the steps,
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, absolutely. Do you mind sharing how much do you think you guys had to spend for all of those repeat visits before we finally were able to tell them, hey, it's not that issue?
I would say quite a few thousands of dollars.
A few $1,000, yeah. I mean,
in the high desert, if we're their last trip, which sometimes we are because we're in the high desert, they'll make us their last trip. Then they charge us an extra fee, a travel fee for them because it's their last trip.
wow.
So we're just finding out all these things. We're like, geez, okay. So, I mean,
Totally.
it's kind of crazy.
Absolutely. Well, and yeah, hopefully then if we can start batching some of these, right, so that you only have that one trip fee, we can save, like you said, thousands of dollars. Thank you so much. I know it's a painful conversation.
Since then, we haven't had any issues with the alarm. We were getting emails, phone calls all day, every day for months, and thankfully it's finally been fixed, and I haven't seen any new anomalies or anything or gotten any alarms. So it's been good since then. They finally fixed it.